Hello and welcome to a VO's Journey podcast. That is right. I am back. Man, it's been a while. It's almost been a week since I did a podcast. Shame on me. Today, we are going to be talking about a business term that needs to be, I think, one of the central focuses in your business. And it's something that I am definitely focusing on right now myself. And that is called your primary aim. You might have heard this before. You might even, be in a line of work where your business is very proud of their primary aim. But I think it's very important for us as voice actors and business owners to have a primary reason or primary aim or goal to accomplish in our business, okay? And it definitely also helps us in every decision we make. And I kind of just want to talk to you about what I'm doing and how that's working out for my business, and I thought I could share. All right, let's do it.
This is VO's Journey. With your host, the incomparable Anthony Pica.
So I'm just happy to be doing another podcast. It is, I have to be honest, it's getting a little harder to do the podcasts the way I used to do them because I am doing a video live, of course, a live video every day, which most of you might know, but I do that on YouTube, on Facebook and Instagram and Twitter, and then I post that on LinkedIn. But, I started out doing podcasts, and it is very personal to me. This podcast is something that I absolutely love, so I want to keep it going. And I had the idea of posting, well, I didn't have the idea. Another voice actor had the idea that gave me of taking the content that I'm doing every day and posting that onto my podcast. And I've done a poor job of it. And I tell you why, because I don't know. I just feel, and maybe you could send me some messages and tell me if I'm just being silly or you wouldn't mind. But actually, you know what? That's a great thing. If you wouldn't mind to send me a message, if you would like me to, in the meantime, in between me posting original content, for just the podcast, would like me to take the video work and post that audio to the podcast. I mean, don't get me wrong. I've been doing some amazing videos, I think. But I just didn't know how you guys like the content from the videos that I create, putting the audio through here. But I suppose it would be better to do that than not to have anything for you all, because there's a lot of, we all view, see, for me, I know all of us, including myself, we all view content differently. Some on podcasts, some through video, some through written word. But I do know from the standpoint of going to work every day, driving in your car, or working around the house, it's a lot easier to listen to a podcast than a video because you have to watch it. You can't keep it open. You know what I mean? So I definitely do understand where podcasts are so very useful. So if you are okay with that, I wouldn't mind a message saying, hey, Anthony, I'm totally cool. I actually would like if you keep posting the content from your videos to your podcasts in between the times when you are not creating original content for the podcasts. So anyways, but moving on, I want to talk to you today about your primary aim for your business. So for me, as you know, I'm always a tinkerer, and I always like to really dive into the business part of what I'm doing so that I'm making sure that I'm growing a sound business from the ground up. And part of that process is you having a primary aim. Now, you can kind of define a primary aim as your primary reason, basically, why you are in business. You know what I mean? And I think a lot of us don't even have a primary aim. So, like, if you want to kind of define what a primary aim is, it's like that, it's that innermost driving force. You know what I'm saying? It's the source of like your vision and commitment and vitality, if you will, that motivates you to your highest levels of energy, to you giving a more than you thought possible, right? That's what your primary aim is. And a lot of us have come to this point where we have kind of set our primary aim as this getting out of our job, leaving our job and doing this full time. But there's got to be more to it than that, right? There's got to be more to it than just doing, full-time work. Because once you get full-time, and trust me, you can get full-time, you got to ask yourself, well, now that I'm full-time, what am I going to do? Right? I mean, that's something that is extremely, extremely important to think about. Because to me, now that, I work full-time every day, there's things that, drive me. And what I realized is that sharing the successes and the failures and the ups and downs, helping people grow their business and, giving people hope and excitement and knowledge is something that I truly love. It is my driving force. Don't get me wrong. I love to perform. I love to do character. I love to do voiceover. It's what I do. But to me, it has also become a means to an end to connect with you. That's what I love to do. And it's important that I understand, in my sense, that my primary aim is that force inside that wants to, break down doors and barriers and build this business and then share that with you so that you can do the same thing and you can experience the joy and the freedom that I feel. I want you to feel it too. And then we can all get together and have some pizza and a good time. But the point here is that that's my driving force, and you can't fight that. I mean, you can, and you've probably felt it, because if you are trying to get out of your current job, you feel it every day. You feel it tugging on you to not get out of bed in the morning. You feel it tugging on you when you feel sick on Sunday night, knowing you got to get up Monday and go back to work. All right. You feel it when you come home and you do what you have to do and you jump in the booth in that extra rush because this is your chance to get out of the hell that you're trapped in. I know that feeling. I understand it. But there's more a driving force there. There could be a force of you doing something that is yours. Right? That you're going to leave something in this world that you created, not that somebody else created. There's the driving force that you have to find. And the reason why you need this is because, for me, we all come to those moments where there are forks in the road. We have to make decisions. We have to know, we have to be able to rely on our own intuition, our own savvy, if you will, to go forward. Which way do we ride? And your primary aim should be what guides you. It should be what keeps you on the right track for you and your business and your life. Because your primary aim doesn't just extend as far as your business does. It extends for your entire life, because our businesses, they're our life. And see, this is the thing. I don't believe our businesses need to control our lives. I think our businesses need to be built to give us our lives back. That's what I think. And the beginning process of that is understanding what that inner driving force you have is. Because if you can meet that and you can tap into it, my God, the skies are the limit. I know you felt those moments where you were so excited and so enthusiastic and inspired that whatever you were doing, you crushed it and you nailed it and it was so simple. Or those moments where you were working on something and time was just flying by and you didn't want to stop, or there was no stopping you. You were going to finish it. You were going to succeed at it. You were going to win at it. There wasn't even a doubt in your mind, because it was the feeling that you had deep down, in that place that you can't see, right? That is your primary aim. And that is what we all need to have in order to take our business and our life to that top level. It's funny, whenever I have realizations in my business about directions that I'm going or things I'm trying to do. It's amazing how the universe opens up and new things flood in, new possibilities, new avenues, new opportunities. And many people, whether you believe in karma or you believe in, you know, good vibes or putting out positivity and getting back positivity, you know, there is this undeniable push and pull between giving and getting, right? And positivity and negativity and success and failure. There is this relationship between those, right? One begets another. We all know this. If you want a punch, go out and punch someone. If you want to smile, go out and smile at someone. I'm not kidding. You might think, oh, that's ridiculous. No one's going to do that. You see it. They will. They'll be like, what are you smiling at? Right? You get what you put out. So when you come up with your primary aim, and when I say come up with, I mean when you fully identify in words what it is, it will change the course of your life and your business. So for me, I told you what my primary aim is, my driving force. And the thing is that doesn't mean when you come up with it that you don't like to do things. Or you might come up with something and be like, holy crap, it's not voiceover. Why am I doing voiceover? But I like voiceover. Just like me, I love voiceover and I love acting. It is something that I always have a passion for. But it's not the driving force that gets me up in the morning. My driving force that gets me up in the morning is doing exactly what I'm doing right now. And that's talking to you. That's putting out helpful content and helping people grow their business and being with them and succeeding together. I love that. The most happiest moments in my life have been coaching a person or people and seeing those moments when their lives change forever. Being a part of it. I don't know why. I mean, I can go back and bore you with my childhood and the good things and the bad things and the ups and the downs and all that stuff and why I think I feel that way. But, I'm not going to. I'm just going to tell you that's where I am. That's what I love to do. And that's what drives me. And voiceover, I do because I have fun at it. It is fun to me. And this is fun too, but this has a deeper meaning, right? Than me being, a wacky cartoon character in space getting blown up by a ray gun. That's fun. That's just fun. But this means something. And I want you to be able to identify what means something to you. What drives you to go above and beyond anything that you thought possible? What is it that makes you really happy? And make sure, for goodness sake, that you are incorporating that into your business. And it could be that you're using voiceover to further that. It could be that you are using your voice to spread a message. It could be that your primary aim is to help others, or your primary aim is to leave a legacy behind. Leave your voice behind. I don't know what your primary aim is, but it is definitely worth spending time to figure out. There's so many things online that you can look up and tools and techniques to figure out your primary aims. So I'm not going to go over these because, there's a million of them. But it's important for you to think about this and spend some time actually thinking about what drives you and be able to verbalize it, be able to share it with someone else. I'm not saying that you have to. And in fact, a lot of times it's good to keep it to yourself, right? Because what drives you is not, there's no wrong answer. What drives you could be, daggone it, Anthony, I want to make more money than you. Great. That's what drives you. That's good. There's nothing wrong. But I can tell you this, though. Money, objects, things like that. The reality is that stuff actually really doesn't drive us. Yeah, we need it, no doubt. Yeah, it's nice to have it. Can it make you happier maybe than, does it make me happier to have a nice car than a not so nice car? Sure, because I've had nice cars and I've had not so nice cars. Okay? Is it nice to have nicer clothes than not nicer? Sure, yes, these are nice things. Okay? But the reality is that money is just another thing that equivalates us trying to reach a feeling, us trying to generate a feeling. So I want you to focus on the feeling, not the objects, when you're coming up with your primary aim. Okay? How does it make you feel? We are who we are. We are creatures that feel deeply. And we need to be aware of that in order to move forward in our lives and to live a happy, fulfilled life. Yeah, I know this has been an interesting podcast, but I wanted to bring this to you today and just tell you what I'm working on in my business that helping me move forward with, what is going. I mean, I do the weekly videos every single day on YouTube and everything. And I try to do a lot of nuts and bolts and stuff on there. And, the podcast has always been my place to talk to you about what's going on in my personal business and my personal circle or whatever. And, so I wanted to talk to you about that. And that is something that I've been working on and thinking about. And, what's interesting is that this isn't like a sexy topic. It's not a clickbaity topic. I don't put I won't put this out there and people be like, oh, he's talking about his primary aim. Let's click on that. That's not what this is about. But I think the importance of it can't be stated enough, because if you don't know what drives you, and if you're not fulfilling what you want deep inside, then what the heck are we all doing here? I felt like a Tony Robbins moment. Thank you, Tony Robbins. All right. Well, anyways, thank you guys so much for listening. I don't even know. You might have turned it off already. You might have been like a few minutes in and be like, what in the world is that guy doing today? But anyways, I appreciate you as always. And thank you. If you get a chance, please leave a review. Be like, this guy's nutso, don't listen to his podcast. But leave a review. Share this with somebody that you feel might need it, because maybe somebody needs to hear this today. And thank you as always. I will talk to you all soon. Have a wonderful, wonderful Thursday. Peace.